again. My name's the Reverend Simon Archer. I am also known as the Isle of Man Vicar. And I've got to make an apology first. I've been trying to get a video out every week. And last week was just so busy. And then my back just went completely. And I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It just didn't have time to go out and walk. Didn't feel like my back would let me do the walking. And yeah, so I had to wait for that to kind of recover. And then I had a wedding rehearsal. I had the bishop visiting, and I had so much other stuff going on, and I was absolutely flat out. So it didn't happen, which is going to be the case. You know, I'm a full-time priest. It means I work 6 days a week, and often really strange hours, long days sometimes. And so yeah, so I had to give it a miss. But here I am again, doing another video, and I'm not walking at the moment. As you can see, I'm kind of still giving that back a bit of a rest. And I thought I'd head here, and I'll show you some views of it in a bit anyway. But I'm at the Point of Ayre, which is right at the northernmost point of the Isle of Man. We decided it's been absolutely stunning weather, and we popped to Ingebrek yesterday, which is basically a reservoir, and I did some drone footage there and things, and I just kind of really didn't do too much. We just went out for lunch. My wife's on holiday this week, you see, so we thought we'd take the opportunity. And yeah, so we decided to stay. It's such nice weather to come up for lunch to the Point of Ayre, and it's beautiful. There's a bit of a breeze because that's what it's like up here, but it's fantastic. It's beautiful. The sea's looking absolutely amazing. A bit rough up here, and we've driven along to a little spot we can get to. So the car's right here, so I hadn't had to do too much walking with this back. And yeah, decided to. So my wife's just on the beach taking photos, and I thought I'd do a video here. I'll do some walking myself in a bit. But first of all, it's time to get a brew on, and I want to show you. I've got the kit. I've got the kit that I wanted from the little extra bit to my kit from China, which you can get on Amazon, but it wasn't available. And I was like, let's give it a go. It took 10 days to get here, which is really good actually. But it's exactly what I wanted. And I'll show you my ultimate cook setup, which is still really light, but it's got a little bit more to it than like my my alcohol stove, which I love, as you know, and my bigger fire maple stove. So I've got the fire maple G3 cook set. So I've got that, and I showed it on my last video, and I had the Windguard, the Optimus Windguard, I think it's called, and I was just waiting for this last little bit. So let me go get it for you, and we'll have a look at it a little bit closer up. Let's have a look. So here it is. Not too bad. See if my head's cut off by the camera. Maybe a little bit. Hey, doesn't matter. You get to see this. This is the most important bit. So size to head comparison. There you go. Let me move this up a little bit, just so when I get to editing, I don't find that my whole head is missing. There we go. Beautiful. So yeah. So this is kind of what I'm feeling like is my kind of a main between my super sort of capable of taking care of camping and cooking when I'm carrying a bit more gear, perhaps car camping, or family coming with me so we can spread the gear out a bit, with my fire maple Mars Radiant and my alcohol set, which I love. It's great for a brew, and I can cook food with it, as I've done on previous videos, like the one down at Lang Ness at the golf course, where I made myself some noodles on it, and that was fine. And on my camping trip to the Tholton, I had to use it because my gas ran out, so I ended up using my alcohol stove, and I managed to cook a fry-up on it, so it works. But this is my in-between. I can carry a bit of gear, and I want kind of the best setup I can do, and that's the extra bit. So this is the extra bit, and I'll bring stuff closer to you. It's already got marks in it, doesn't matter. So this is my new piece of kit that just arrived, and you're going, oh, it's really exciting, Simon. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. That's my the Optimus Windguard, and here we go with the G3 pot. which hopefully I've got everything inside it because I might have forgotten stuff, who knows. With my Green Peak stove, that's in there. And I've got some cloths and stuff, and my little stand as well. So my Green Peak, my Green Peak stove, which I'll show you. Look, there we go. My Green Peak stove. Ta-da! And a little titanium gas canister stand. So that the kit, the G3 kind of kit, you can choose it with the titanium stove or the Green Peak stove. I wanted one with the pizza electric lighter because I know they're not necessarily reliable, and I usually carry a lighter. There's probably a lighter in this bag. I usually carry a lighter, but actually I wanted something as a backup to the lighter, you know, so the pizza electric will last for a while. And I just thought this might do the job, and I quite like fire maple gear. I think it works really well. So let's kind of put this all together, and you'll see what this new little piece of kit is. So I'll probably disappear off camera for a bit, but let's get you a bit closer. Right, so this is where this little new thing comes in. Look, it's a little table that sits on there. So we get a little table, fire maple as well. It's part of the Petrel range, so it's the G3 is the G3 fire maple Petrel G3. This is the fire maple Green Peak stove. We get our little table. Is that all done up? Make sure that's all set. I've kind of got this table around the wrong way for this, but this is fine. This is fine. Right. So I've got a little table. I always find it useful to have a table because it just, I don't think I need the little titanium gas canister stand with this because it's got the table is going to give it the stability anyway. But I really find it useful to have a table. When you're putting your cup down, you put stuff in it, you've put like your tea and your coffee in it, and you're putting it on the grass, it's not quite even, it can go over, and actually having a little table is really helpful. But this is my addition to it, okay? So this is the Optimus Windshield fire maple. Make something like this. You'll have the absolute best possible setup. And that clips onto the gas canister like that, like so. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Are you liking how that works? Now, it might look a bit crooked this close up, but on a normal surface, probably not straight. But I've now got a windshield, a little table, my gas, my stove, and my pot, which just sits on top. It says. There we go. So I've got my pot that sits on top, and how cool is that? And you saw how big it is. Tiny packaging. Boom. There we go. Boom. How nice is that set up? So I'm making a brew now. So we're going to make a brew and see how it fares with a little bit of wind with this G3 cooking set with the Green Peak stove. You can get it with a titanium stove, which is lighter weight, and you need a lighter to light that stove. I'm not looking for ultra. I'm looking for gear that I enjoy using, that I feel comfortable using, not necessarily panicking about shaving off those grams particularly. So let's get some water in this pot, and I promise you it won't take long to boil, as I've discovered. So we get some water in. We're going to go to the max. We've got 2 cups to do and washing up afterwards, so if you've got any water left. So there you go. I know I said I wasn't going to do gear reviews, but this isn't, I'm not paid to do this. This is not funded by anyone or anything. I'm at the side here. I'm just going to check the gas. There you go. It's easy to turn on. And there we go. We're on. Barely turned it on. It's quite adjustable. But for the timer start, I'm not going to do any timing. So when you see anybody doing these reviews, quite often they're timing how long it takes to boil the water. I don't care. I use alcohol stoves quite a bit, and that's fine. Wife's having the Costa Coffee Barista Creation Salted Caramel Latte. Yeah, so I'm not looking for the fastest time. I'm not in a rush. These things that, you know, oh, look, it's 7 seconds faster than this one, and I know it might use less gas. I'm just not that sort of camper. I just want to make myself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. But, you know, stability-wise, it's really stable. The wing guard helps save a bit of gas. I can also use the wing guard as a stand to put my pan on to make frying easier. I do like to cook a bit, and I've got my skillet. So don't see this as me doing this kind of I'm trying to sell you something thing, because I'm not sponsored by anybody. Certainly not big enough to be sponsored by anyone. It's not to say I wouldn't take some fun gear if I can. I'm not going to raffle it off or sell it off. It'd be nice to like donate it to places, like some of the camping gear things. Yeah, just be nice to get off. Bugs trying to eat me. Be nice to give some gear away to some people who want to start up with the camping, the wild camping and things. So yeah, look at this, nice little setup. By the way, the table, this aluminium table I got free, and the chairs I think I spent a £5 on. There was a camping, like a camping equipment hire company on the island. I think they hired out camping equipment for TT and stuff. We're getting rid of a load of stuff. And there was some stuff they were selling, like some of the multi-mats, sleeping mats, and the chairs for like a £5 or whatever they were. And we're losing some of the coffee out of that in the breeze. They're selling off some tents, and they're selling off some like chairs. But the tables and stuff, I've got a gas cooker that I got for free, like a 2-ring camping gas, literally camping gas. Cooker, and I got some tables for free. I got a barbecue that was really rusty, but I've cleaned that all up, and now I've got a massive, huge like kettle barbecue for nothing as well. So yeah, so this is from them. So thank you very much for that. Let's see how we're going. Nearly there. I mean, I could turn it up, but I don't need to. I think that's fine. And very shortly, we'll be ready for a brew. I'm not going to edit off this, so let's kind of see how long it takes with not being too highly set on the gas. I haven't turned the gas right up, so I could. Let's have a little play. Oh, it's about to boil anyway. Yeah, that's boiling. That's boiling. That's boiling. Now I've heard a little tale that sometimes this has a bit of suction to it. No, it's fine. There we go. We've got hot water. Funny thing is, my spoon's in my bag, so I need to go get that. And that's given me 2 quite large cups and enough to do washing up afterwards. So plenty of water there. And now I got my spoon. So it's the little table's the Fire Maple UL or Ultra Light. So Fire Maple Petrel. Petrel, Petrel ultralight table. I'm not going to put down weights and stuff. I don't know. I got it from China, direct from the manufacturer, because I couldn't get it on Amazon. They're out of stock. And I've got the G3 Petrel G3 cooking set. So Fire Maple Petrel G3 cooking set. And sort of off-brand gas canister, nothing fancy, where I got 6 cans for like 25 quid. Oh, price-wise, so I paid about 11 quid for the table. It's about 16 quid on Amazon, but I had to wait a little bit longer for it. And no washing up. I think the Fire Maple cook set is about, depends when you buy it, but about £35, £40 for the kit. The Optimus Windshield, £10, something like that. I can get out full prices, but you know, it's like they change so quickly. Like one week I'll look on and find I could have saved myself a tenner. But yeah, well worth it. My Nalgene bottle works a treat. They're really good. and some little kind of, I can't remember what make these are, but some little collapsible cups again off of Amazon, and they do the job as well. So there's my new kit. So again, you know, fire maple, if you want to send me lots of stuff to play around with, I will be nerd out completely. I know you won't yet, he says. And then I can give it away to charities and people starting off camping and whatever it needs to be. I don't care, because I don't do this for the money, obviously. So if we can do something, that would be great. But yeah, so here we go. Fire maple G3. Let's get this right, shall we? Fire maple Petrel, spelled Petrel. Fire maple Petrel G3 cooking set with a green peak stove, not the titanium stove. The fire maple ultralight UL camping table. The Optimus windscreen, which works brilliantly, as you can see with this, making a whole system with a 230 gram canister of gas, and you're away. Whatever cups you want to throw with it. It's brilliant. It just works. And this is my ultimate cook set. This really is. I really love it. I think it's brilliant. And look, the whole putting the table. I mean, I've got a table here, I know, but if I was cooking on the ground, then this little table would give me that stability to put the cups out and not worry about them falling over, or, you know, putting them on the wonky ground and a stone tipping them up or anything like that. So I'm gonna have me cuppa now, and I'll get back to you in a bit. I'm gonna take the nice barista coffee that my salted caramel coffee down to my wife, who's again on the beach taking photos of birds and seals and all sorts of stuff like that. And I'll be back to you a bit as we perhaps go for a little walk and a wander and explore. See you in a mo. So that was really nice having a cuppa. We've come here on to the Point of Ayre, and you can see just a little setup we've got. I've got some like gear that I've got ready to go every time, and I've got some camping stuff and in boxes ready to go. And we just threw the boxes in the back with the stove and the water and the coffee and everything else like that, and the chairs and the table. Threw it in the back and just headed off. So yeah, it's really good just to get out and get some fresh air. So my wife's on the beach at the moment. This is the Point of Ayre. Let me just let's go somewhere a bit higher, shall we? You get a bit of a view. But it's beautiful. The weather on the Isle of Man at the moment is ridiculous. I'm in just along the coast a little bit at the Point of Ayre, and enjoying a bit of solitude. I say solitude. I've got my wife with me, but just getting away from it a bit, having some lunch. We did our classic. We love to do this. The classic lunch of just getting a baguette, some lumps of some boursin. Cheese, spreadable cheese. I had some French brie, and we got a sourdough baguette from the amazing Noah Bakery, to just break off lumps of that with some butter and some cheese, and we brought some fruit with us, and just that was lunch, and it was just so simple. Pop in the shop, grab it, go. I've got cutlery with me, so. Yeah, so really nice little lunch out. So this might actually not be a stupidly long video, but let me just give you a little bit of an idea of what it's about, because it is ridiculous how nice it is. We've got a lighthouse over here, and let me just switch you round so you can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, so hopefully you can see that. We've got this lovely coastline. And we've got the lighthouse over there. I don't know if I can zoom in. I can try zooming a little bit. Not a great zoom on these cameras, but yeah, okay. So we've decided to go. There we go. We're back to normal. But yeah, just a beautiful kind of landscape around here. With we've got the dunes. Hills in the background, the gorse and the heather, bit of a lake back there. So this is like a land you can't go onto, but most of this you can access quite easily. And although there's like strictly no camping, they do kind of turn a blind eye if you're sensible. Unfortunately, there's too many fires here for my liking. Too many people have had like fires on the ground here, and it's very dry at the moment, so not the best, but I mean, look at this. Beautiful, stunning azure blue sea. And we've got Scotland over that way, I believe. That would be, I'm thinking that's probably, yeah, so we're probably looking towards the Isle of Whithorn, probably the Mull of Galloway, all the way towards sort of that way. Galloway Forest Park is sort of that direction over there in the hills. Just so close. And then along the beach, back to the lighthouse over there. A few people walking along the front here. There's a few cars, a few campers. Again, they're not really allowed, but they've had to be a bit stricter with it because people have been camping out, evening campers, and leaving their rubbish behind and making a mess, which is a real shame. Because all it does is mean probably in the future that they could crack down on it, and then none of us will be able to do it. But hopefully we can keep being able to access this land. There's times here on the front at the Point of Ayre where you've got to be careful where you're on the beach because there's a lot of nested birds, and yeah, you just have to be a little bit careful. Now there are seals swimming on the water there, as well as seabirds. I don't want to scare them off whilst my wife is taking photos. I'm a bit selfish, but I'm doubtful you're going to be able to see them particularly. But I'll walk along the front and we'll see what we can see. Let's put on the active track. There we go. Let's point this out here. So, yeah, I mentioned busy old week. I've got a busy week this week as well. So this week, so I was already looking at potentially heading off to the UK, first time in almost a year, or about a year that I've needed to go back to the UK. Never particularly fussed about heading back, but I got invited to give an address at Christ College, Cambridge, which is absolutely fantastic that they thought to invite me, but to talk about my video game ministry that I did some time ago. I was the gaming vicar, or vicarious BIG, and I did some ministry online during lockdown particularly. And yeah, so I've been asked to give an address. They've got a theme of God and gaming, I think is my particular part, but generally sort of games, board games, video games, kind of all sorts of interesting things around playing games and godly play, which is a particular thing. Godly play, so that's something that's really good actually. And you can Google search godly play. And yeah, so they've invited me to come along. So I'm heading off to Cambridge on Saturday. I'll be back sort of Monday night. So I've got a few days in the UK. And guess what? My daughter, who has juvenile idiopathic arthritis, she has occasional checkups at Alderhay Hospital. It used to be at Great Ormond Street, but now we've moved over here. They actually fly us there, which is amazing. They fly me and my daughter, or my wife and my daughter, across to Liverpool and then drive us from the airport to the appointment. That's all covered by Manx Care, which is ridiculously good. People complain about Manx Care quite a lot, but honestly, it's fantastic. And so we'll fly out there and the appointment, sorry, was cancelled previously, and it was the appointment was rebooked. I didn't know about it till a couple of days ago. Rebooked to Friday. So yes, I'm flying to the UK to Liverpool on Friday to take my daughter to Alderhay, and then I'm flying back out again on Saturday to go to Gatwick, actually, to then travel across to Cambridge. So after not leaving for a year, I'm leaving and coming back twice in like 3 or 4 days, one day after another. So that's just the way it is, isn't it, I guess. But yeah, heading off to the UK. I'm going to see about taking my cameras with me, or a camera, try and do some filming, whether it be on my mobile phone or however I manage to do it, to try and get some content, and maybe do a video about the journey and the travel and visiting the UK. I won't do much filming in London, maybe in Cambridge, but I don't trust anybody. If I had a camera on me out in public in London, it probably wouldn't be staying in my possession for very long. I'm sorry to say that, but I am originally from the southeast and worked and ministered in London, so southeast London. I kind of know what it's like, and so I'm not being over dramatising it at all. I've lived it, so yeah. But yeah, this today is all about just getting out, having some nice lunch, spending some quality time with my wife, who stays on holiday at the moment, and yeah, finally getting a little bit of a video done. So I'm not going to spend too long filming. I think it's just nice to say it's great to be on this ridiculously beautiful island. And again, the beast is behind me, the car. It's got us across the rough tracks and the sand dunes to get here. Not sand dunes. I haven't driven across sand dunes. There is actually there's like a track. It is a bit difficult in places, shall we say, for normal cars to get along. But if you've got a beast like this, the all-wheel drive, which I hope bits aren't falling off it at the bottom. No, it looks all good. The all-wheel drive has got me here really easily. And did a great job, and can't wait to get some all-terrains on there and the other gear that I'm going to be putting on here slowly over the next few months to get me to places like this. There's on the beach, you can see that solitary figure down there is my wife taking photos. She's absolutely in her element, and this is why we came here, exactly why we came here, so that we could have times like this on the beach. in the countryside, sitting by reservoirs and lakes and mountains. And when you're resting, when you're recovering, when you're taking time out from a busy life, this is about as good as it gets. We kept driving up here, and it's a beautiful drive. I kind of wish I'd recorded the drive because it was just such a beautiful drive. You kind of go, I feel like we're on holiday still. You know, we're 18 months in, and still there's days we just go, are we actually, this is where we live. It's ridiculous. It's a pebbly beach. We do have sandy beaches on the Isle of Man. Oh, I must say, I don't mind. I've been getting some trolls in the comments. If you're a troll, that's fine. I will interact with you. Why? Because it's interaction and it helps the channel. It's good for the algorithm. So carry on, I don't mind. Someone's saying about how my, I don't know whether they're serious. It's just they've got no filter, saying how my early videos were crap, but they're getting better. But I don't need to film every blade of grass. I think they get the channel. I like you walking along with me. So I go for a walk. I want you to walk the walk with me, not have it edited down into 10 minutes. And if you want to spend an hour there, you can do, just sitting back and listen to me natter, enjoying the views. Or if you want to, if you want to watch for 5 minutes, you can switch it off. You can come back to it later if you want to. That's the point. But anyway, so I got a little bit of that. Then I got someone talking about, I said how the weather over here is different in the UK and over here. When it's hot, it feels different. Actually, Isle of Man's great, but in London, it always felt horrendous, even if it's like 25 degrees, 30 degrees, unbearable. Kids sleeping with wet towels on them at night to keep cool and stuff. And they're going, oh, it's just weather. Yeah, absolutely, it's weather. But if you understand weather, you understand that our relative humidity to places in other places is very different. And so you can have 25, 30 degrees in the UK, and especially in London, can feel very different to 25 to 30 degrees or 30, 40 degrees. I've been to Israel and Middle Eastern places, Tunisia and all sorts of different places around the world, Caribbean and things. And it's been 35, 40 degrees, even as high, I think it's been as high as 50. I remember going to Jericho once and it was just ridiculous. Masada was just horrendous. But even there, very different when you can get cold water, bottles of cold water for next to nothing, from the stalls all over the place. There's lovely shady trees. Your rooms are air conditioned and you've got a pool to jump into and stuff like that. It's very different. So I wasn't saying that it's not the same temperature, but it is absolutely different bugs attach themselves to me. It is very different if you're on holiday or and drinking a cold beer by a pool under an umbrella in your shorts than when you're, like someone said to me the other day, when I'd done a wedding and it was on Saturday and it was pretty warm, about 20 degrees, and I'm wearing all black shirt with the white collar and the black trousers, black shoes. It's like I'm there to attract heat. So yeah, that's what it is. But if you want to troll, if you want to make little comments and be perhaps a little bit unpleasant or a bit rude, fine. No, it doesn't bother me. I've been as a special constable in Kent Constabulary. I've been a doorman, pub landlord, a DJ. I've worked in retail. I've been a retail manager, and I'm a priest. If you don't think I've heard it all before, and I've got a little bit of a thicker skin, well, you go ahead, you try. If you're getting a kick out of it, it's a bit sad, to be honest with you. And I'm happy if you'd like to reach out and just say, look, I'm just miserable, and I'm just trying to get some kind of emotional reaction, or I'm doing this for entertainment. Reach out to me. I don't mind. Generally speaking, if someone's writing that sort of horrible stuff, or wasn't that bad, but it being quite rude or trolly I feel sorry for them. There's a lot of pity, I'd rather they got help and place a community where they found people who would actually spend time with them and interact with them without them needing to be rude But yeah, hey, some people just get a kick out of it as well, I guess. I guess they're not lonely, they're just some kind of rush out of getting an interaction, or perhaps trying to rile someone up. But like I say, you'd struggle a little bit with me. You really would. I've done too many jobs that are really confrontational at times to worry about that sort of thing. So carry on. And anyone who writes anything seriously offensive, I got someone calling me a quite an offensive name, which again, it doesn't affect me in that way, but it's something that shouldn't be on the YouTube channel. So they get this brilliant mute thing on YouTube where they're kind of blocked. No one sees their comments. I don't even see their comments unless I really want to have a look, and all their comments just disappear. But they can still carry on writing. So as far as they know, their posts are going up, but they're not. Only they can see it. So again, carry on. It's all good for the algorithm. But again, if you want to reach out and just kind of have a chat sometime, if I can, I can. While I've got 300 odd followers, subscribers on YouTube, and same sort of number on TikTok and places like that, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I can manage to the odd person here and there who messages me or contacts me. I can generally manage. If it got really big, that I have a problem. So the only other thing I really wanted to say before I sign off is so much thanks goes out to the people who are supporting the channel. So Sue, thank you for your coffee, your gift of buy me a coffee. Thank you very much. I've just drunk that. So thank you very much. Actually, your money will pay for me to get like about 8 coffees. So thank you so much for that. For Kevin, for continuing to support. For the others on Patreon who are supporting monthly, amazing stuff. Thank you. For my brother Duncan, who actually dropped me a buy me a coffee donation, and that really helps. And the money's being saved up at the moment. So there's a couple of bits. I'm looking for like a larger 2-person tent, because I love my bobcat, but my wife wants to come out camping, and so I need a slightly larger tent. And I've got my eye on one that I'm after. It's about 125 quid, and I'm doing all right at the moment. It's building up. I'm kind of restricting myself, not spending so much out of my own pocket for this, and trying to build up the money to go get that. So that'll be great. So thank you to Sue, thank you to Kevin, thank you to Duncan, and for the others who are already supporting on Patreon and have been for a couple of months now. I'll keep over on Patreon. They do get some early access to some videos when I can, and that will later build up to like reflections and things that you won't necessarily see on the YouTube channel. Yeah, onwards and upwards. We're slowly growing. It stalled a bit because I missed a video last week. It's never going to help, is it? But we've got the shorts coming out on TikTok and Instagram and even X and Facebook. I've got a Isle of Man Vicar Facebook page as well, which you can go onto, or group. Is it a group or a page? Page, I think. So you could go onto that if you're on Facebook. And bits and bobs, mostly YouTube though, please. That's where I am putting my long form videos, and just shorts and stuff go onto the other channels. But thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching if you're watching. Thank you for being here, enjoying the Isle of Man. If you've got questions about the Isle of Man, I'm such a bore when it comes to the Isle of Man and when it comes to anything to do with the church, because they're two things that I'm very passionate about, and camping, and going out and stoves. Probably stoves is my new addiction, but stuff like that. So I've got some other bits and bobs coming from Temu that I thought I'd have some fun with. See if I can do like a cheap setup and all sorts of things. So there'll be loads of stuff coming in the future. Do get in contact, do comment, so like, share, subscribe, definitely subscribe to the channel. None of that costs you anything, and make a comment underneath. I suppose I should think of a question to ask you to comment on. What should we say? I'm not going to do any more locations to find on the Isle of Man. Perhaps what you think of the setup would be good. What do you think of that setup? The kind of the stove. Do you have something you prefer, a setup you prefer? Would you like recommendations? Would you like more gear stuff? Would you like me talking about more gear? I'm not going to do this for like affiliate stuff. If I ever did, I'd tell you about it. That's not why I'm doing it. I do it because I'm quite nerdy about the gear, and I think I found like a really good setup. But if you want to ask about gear and things like that, you know, that's great. But I should shut up now, really, shouldn't I? The seals are right at the front in front of her. I'm not going to go down there and disturb her photography to get you a video of the seals. Perhaps if she shares some of her photos with me, I'll get some photos of those. But I add them in here if I can. But I think that's about it. I think that's all I want to talk about today. And just say thank you for joining me. Take care of yourselves. More importantly, take care of each other. God bless. And I'll see you next time I'm out on this beautiful, beautiful island exploring myself. So see you later. Bye-bye.